Steve Lewis, first team coach. There's wee man, first team manager, myself, Dane and Bob, assistants. I also operate as first team coach for training sessions. Sean and Sam Duffin are the second team management team, and then we have the Fazakerley brothers that are in charge of the new team that we've started this year. So all together, you know, promising. We've had an indifferent summer, lost 1 or 2 players, got 1 or 2 new lads in. The bonus for me is we have a very strong second team. A lot of good young players coming through the ranks. So there'll be lads that step up to the first team this year. Great club to be involved with. My 5th season this season. And for all the teams that are splashing a little bit of money about, no matter how much money they have, they'll never have what we have here. You can't buy it. The team spirit, the endeavour, the togetherness, superb. Been involved in football 55 years. Never been at a club like it. Love it, every minute. Pre-season friendlies that we've had so far this season, we've had 3-4 lads that were good second team players last year. And the standard for our second team, you know, they're in the highest level for a reserve team in the area. So, all good. Most teams that we went to last year, I think were quite surprised by our sort of level of football, its level of fitness, the all togetherness. So we were a bit of a surprise package last year. So we've changed 1 or 2 things in pre-season. Style of play from last year has changed slightly. So, you know, hopefully we'll
surprise me again.
Cause a few more shocks this time, yeah. Personally, I want to improve on last year. Third place finish last year. League Cup semi-final. You know, can we go one better? I don't really want to say, Gav, because there's too many teams trying to pinch our players at the moment. One name that I will give you, Dan Hay. He's a lad that stepped up, you know, played the last 2 friendlies for the first team. Really, really good prospect.
I'm Dane, I am the first team assistant manager.
I'm Sean, the manager of the reserve team.
Stressful, very stressful. Yeah, we've had 4 or 5 players leave, going on to, you know, the overpriced semi-pro scene. Yeah, we've struggled really with signing players. Everyone seems to want money now. Yeah, it's been a hard task this pre-season. A few have obviously deserved to try themselves at that higher level, which they've gone with our blessing, to be honest. You know, you can't hold folk back. You know, there's plenty of semi-pro teams around here, and you know, it's hard. It's a thankless task for us to keep hold of them players.
Do you know what? Probably not too dissimilar. A big learning curve for myself last year. A couple of surprises as well, turning up to away games, and you've got lads who were playing at step 3 and step 4 a month before, playing in West Yorkshire Division 2, getting paid. One of the teams that were on for the title brought in 15 new players a month before end of season. We're paying them all. It's absolutely bonkers. You know, what we're trying to, like I say, embrace ourselves as a bit of a feeder club in terms of getting the younger lads ready to move up to play for the first team. you're not trying to stunt anybody's progression or anything. And we've had so much interest that we've started a third team, a development team, with a sprinkling of 30 plus year olds to just even out the average age. But
back out.
Yeah, we've got a lot of like I say, a lot of interest, a lot of young lads that didn't have anywhere to go. They hit 16 and then teams are just folding. There's not enough interest in grassroots, so it's become more of a part-time job / hobby / vocation / we should be getting paid if anyone's getting bloody paid. But it's great, like the commitment's been really good for the lads that are here over pre-season. To echo what Dane said, the lads that have left probably could have done this a few years ago, gone and tested themselves, played higher.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But they've been loyal to Oxenhope. It's probably the right time for one or two of them. We're looking forward to welcoming them back if it doesn't work out. But we've managed to attract quite a few young lads from local clubs that are wanting to progress as well. And they've come to a few pre-season sessions and said, yeah, we want to stay. We've loved what you're doing as a club. So it's been like a breath of fresh air. We've had, like I say, a difficult summer. It has been quite stressful, but as soon as football's started again, it's like, no stresses again. Let's just get back to what we know.
I think Weeman has the likes of the contacts of Roy and Cav at Silsden. That they obviously ask him how the lads are getting on and stuff, and yeah, it echoes really, because we had 4 or 5 players in the West Yorkshire team last year, representative team. Yeah. So we must be doing something right if we're getting them lads,
them numbers in,
still playing.
As much as we would love to be able to look at kicking on and progressing, it's not within those boundaries.
It's not within our scope and as budget, and it's, if you look at our facilities, they're nowhere near like the likes of Steeton, Silsden, Thackley, Eccleshill. Well, Eccleshill at Cougar Park
now, yeah.
Like Gemma running the socials, she has umpteen messages every month asking if they can come training. Then she just generally just gets a rough background of where they've played, who they've played for, and your mate Carney behind you.
I'll take this one. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah. So the reserve team last year started out with probably one recognised left-footed player. Struggled with defence. Brought in a couple of very good left footers, and within 2 or 3 weeks, first team was sniffing around them. They've both now been instructed that they won't be playing for the Rezzes anymore through gritted teeth of mine. But it's that thing, it's you don't want to hold anybody back. These lads came in, played for the Rezzes, and they were head and shoulders above, what we'd had there before. But it really helped to progress the reserves team in a tough division. And both lads are absolutely flying. They deserve the shot in the first team, yeah.
I think we're just as good off it than we are on it. Probably the bocking will attend to that.
The social
dues, yeah. We like a good drink and a good crack and a good swallow, yeah, 100%. But I just echo on what Wally's just said there. There's no first and second as such, because the reserve team are actually in a first division, first team league. So you're coming across lads who are evidently first team players week in, week out, which I think when some players are trying to sign for the club, they don't see it as a first and two first teams. They see it as a first and a second, which they shouldn't really, because obviously, like we say, it's a very, very tough league. The first team got out of that like 10 years ago, and it took them a few tries to get out of Division 2, and obviously a few tries to get out of Division 1 and into Premier. And obviously we did quite well last year, and we're probably going to look to maintain that progression this year if we can, yeah. Yeah, there's not an easy game. The teams where you think, don't really like mentioning names, but like your Huddersfield Amateurs, they're down there, and very tough team to play against. I think towards the back end of the season, they must have, I think they signed a few players, and they kicked on, they picked up points, but there was not one easy game. It looked like also St Margaret's, they were down there all season, and then last 5-6 games they picked up a good run of wins.
Yeah, very much so. Like I say, when you've got teams that can attract players from step 4, 3, 4, 5, you know, it's a massive selling point to some of these young lads. I've said to a lot of them, you know, that if we wanted to set up our own club, for example, we could go and be a first team, but you'll never get a local club like Oxenhope. You know, certainly not around here. We are very unique, well known, probably hated by a lot of local lads for what Oxenhope, because they used to clear up with trophies, you know, going back years and years in the local leagues. But I think we're lucky to be able to attract these kids that will go on and definitely play higher, you know, much higher than Oxenhope can offer at the moment. So we've just said, you know, look, cut your teeth, get used to playing open age, enjoy it more than anything else. You will go and play higher, but you'll always remember your time with Oxenhope.
Boys, great chatting with you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Gav.
Good luck for the season.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Hope to see you soon.